All right, welcome back, everybody. Coming at you, happy fucking Sunday off a terrible Patriots loss. There's just one tweet that I just saw that gave me a good chuckle that summed up everything. It's from Doug Kayed. I don't know where he works, but he does something. Sports Illustrated, maybe?
Nesson?
Yeah, I don't know. He tweets and goes, Belichick, and this is quotes. Hopefully we will be able to practice this week. We certainly need it. Yes, I don't think truer words have ever been spoken. This team
they need practice.
fucking blows. But anybody that tries to come at me and say the reason why they sucked is because they didn't practice can go fucking pound sand too. Because the Tennessee Titans haven't practiced in like fucking 17 years.
And they look unbelievable.
And
they did well.
They've been 2-0. They haven't practiced in literally 2 weeks, and they're 2-0 in the times they haven't practiced, and they look fucking incredible. Ryan Tannehill looks like Aaron Rodgers. Fucking all these guys out here are just. But no. The reason why the Patriots lost to the Broncos is because they haven't been able to practice. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Well, it's like when you lose all your good swings at the driving range.
Yeah.
Or it's like when I played with a kid in the club championship, and he would get mad during a practice swing because he feels like he wasted the good swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss my good ones all the time.
That's not how it works.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. No, not at all. So, I don't know, get ready for the deluge of fucking ridiculous bullshit on tomorrow. Well, I guess today, when this comes out, this is coming out on Monday, from Boston Sports Radio. So, if anyone's listening to this around Boston, I don't know, listen to something else today.
Well, it's very simple. Everyone's gonna say N'Keal Harry sucks.
Yep.
Everyone's gonna say.
Well, he's soft as shit.
Fine, whatever. What people aren't going to put the connection to is the offensive line. So the week 1 offensive line and week 2 offensive line that was so good, and everyone was talking about how good they were playing. They're just mauling dudes, and they've been great.
Well, now it's decimated.
There's 3 guys missing from it.
Yeah. The whole right side of the line is gone. David Andrews is gone. Shaq
So the
Mason is gone.
center, right guard, right tackle.
Yep. The whole right side of the line is gone.
And then the left guard moved to center. The left tackle moved to left guard. Then back out to left tackle.
Yep.
It was a fucking mess.
Yep. You had the absolute stud interior lineman in Michael Nwenu, who was eventually playing right tackle.
Yeah, he had to play. He had to play tackle. The backup center couldn't play,
Right.
so the left guard had to play center.
Yep.
So this is how the game started, compared to that
Your
to that week 1. So
Third string tackle was playing right guard.
So to
Halte Froholt is the third. He's the swing tackle.
so to define what exactly happened compared to week 1,
yes.
you were missing center, right guard, right tackle.
Yep. That's it.
Backup center.
Yeah.
The backup guard was playing right tackle.
Yes.
The backup right tackle was playing left tackle. The left tackle was playing left guard.
Mm-hmm.
The left guard was playing center.
Yes.
And then there's some fucking Dutch guy playing.
Why are they all out? I don't pay attention to this.
So Andrews broke his hand.
Yep.
Shaq Mason is on the COVID list.
All right. I don't know how many.
Illuminor fucked up his ankle
He
when
got
Cam
hurt this
refused.
He got hurt in the game.
Yeah.
Which was because Cam refused to throw the ball.
Right.
So
Yes.
you'll see a trend here
Cam got tackled and rolled up on Illuminor.
because he
I saw that. Yeah.
refused to throw the ball.
Well, he's the quarterback. He can throw when he wants.
Yeah, and then you lose your right tackle. That's fine.
Yep.
Because if the ball was out, he doesn't get tackled, doesn't get rolled up on the right tackle.
I follow my leader
The
blindly.
one thing I will say, and I sent this to our group chat earlier during the game, is I was paying attention most of the time. The Patriots, when they decided to throw the ball, only ran 2 or 3 guys on passing routes.
Yeah, you're running.
Now, I understand why that is, because the offensive line is so banged up. They're trying to keep as many guys home as possible. But at the same time, if you're only running 2 guys or 3 guys on routes, and they have 6 defensive backs on the field, you're going to tell me that in the NFL, 6 guys can't cover 3? Well, yeah, they can. That's why they're all in the NFL. So that's why Cam was... So it's a little bit of It's a little column A, little column B, honestly. Like
Everyone's
it's
gonna
Cam
struggle.
Newton not throwing the ball, but he's also not throwing it because they're only running 3 guys on patterns and they're being covered.
I want him to throw it away.
That yes, he can absolutely throw it away. That is the perfect answer to that.
That's what I mean.
That response.
So when I'm saying he's holding on to
and
the ball,
also the only answer.
so because I know what I'll say, Cam can't hold on to the ball. What? No one's open.
Yeah.
Then throw it into the fucking stands. There's no
Throw
one
it
there
at
to
someone's
hit.
feet.
Throw it wherever.
Yeah,
Just
that's what Brady.
anywhere.
Brady used to do that all the time, and people used to be like, "Oh, he's losing it. He's throwing it in the ground." No, he threw it at the guy's feet on purpose because no one was open, and you can't take an intentional grounding
And,
if it's at the guy's fucking feet.
But then it's like I know at the same time if he continues to throw it OB, then they're gonna say you're not even trying, not even giving him a chance. Well,
Right.
what the fuck do you want to do when you're who is the third string wide receiver in normal life?
Demir Bird.
Okay, so
It's
Bird.
Edelman, Harry, Bird, and then it's Zuber.
So they
Zuber is your 4th wide receiver.
They could. He's not bad.
No.
They couldn't even run those 3 guys out together. Like
No.
why not?
No. Well, because they had to keep at least one tight end on the field
Oh
because
God.
they needed help blocking. Because they had
Ryan
Hold on.
is-
referred to previous statement when left guard was playing center, left tackle was playing right guard. Some Dutchman was out there. Your backup right guard was playing right tackle. Like all that mental gymnastics that we just did. That's why they had to keep at least one tight end on the field to help those idiots block.
You know, I'm fine with that. Except Ryan Izzo's not a good tight end.
No, he's
He never
not.
has
But
been. He never will be.
Hey, you want to know what makes you feel even better about that? Ryan Izzo is not a good tight end, correct? 1,000% agree. However, he is the best tight end on this team.
Devin Asiasi has to be a better
Blocking
blocker. Has to be.
I don't know.
Ryan Izzo did not block in college. So
Right.
you're going to tell me 1 year of blocking in the
And
NFL?
so
He
maybe
didn't even play last year. Lacoste played.
So maybe I didn't pay close enough attention to like the personnel groupings, but maybe Asiasi was out there to block, and they had 2 tight ends,
He was.
which is why they were only running 2 to 3 guys. So then the other thing they had 2 guys running on patterns, like distinct patterns, and then everything else was a timing, like a release. I'm sorry, it was a release. So they run Edelman and Harry on passing routes, and then you have Ryan Izzo who goes block, and then release. So it's like all these people that actually will watch film and be like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, dickhead. They have 4 guys down the field. Well, yeah, 2 of those 4 is a tight end and a running back that they held in to block and do the whole, like I said, block, release. So like, you can't expect to get much done in the passing game when you only run 2 guys down the fucking field.
Well, it's all N'Keal Harry's fault, just so we're clear. Because when you listen to it, it's all N'Keal Harry's fault.
Yeah.
He's not Metcalf. He can't get open. He's not A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
It's all his fault.
So honestly, the last play of the game, that 4th down, I will go 50-50 on N'Keal Harry, Cam Newton, the blame pie here, because Cam Newton did not make a good throw.
Just give it 100% to Harry, because that's
But-
what what every Patriots fan
Harry
thinks
literally
anyway.
fell down. Harry fell down. He got tripped up by the turf monster.
Yeah, but did you see where the ball was?
No, absolutely. But if he doesn't lose his footing and fall, he's 6'4". Can he at least get fingertips on it? You know what I mean?
Because he was inside and the ball's way behind him. That's when he fell.
Right.
He
exactly.
fell because he was trying to change direction on his route.
route.
But it's Harry's fault. So just so we're clear, it's 100% Harry's fault. Just so that
I
the
mean-
show is consistent with what every Patriots
Well,
fan
yeah,
thinks.
yes, yeah. If you want to go that way,
They should have drafted Metcalf. Metcalf would have caught that ball.
Yeah.
Actually, Metcalf would have caught every ball today.
So would have. Who else did they pass?
A.J.
Debo
Brown.
Samuel,
D.B.
A.J.
Samuel.
Brown. Yeah.
They all would have caught it, I know.
Yeah.
Every single one of those guys would have caught that ball.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Emmanuel Sanders would have got it if they traded for him last year instead of Sanu.
Was he a first round? Second round pick?
Yeah.
They didn't lose because of those guys. They lost because of complications to COVID. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, that's another thing that's what you're gonna hear all day from the fucking Patriots bobos today. They lost because they couldn't practice and because of COVID. They shouldn't have played the game. They needed to not play the game. Well, that's why because the Tennessee Titans have not practiced in 2 weeks. They've had 23 players, 29 people total in the organization. 23 players
Almost half.
have not been able to practice or play at some point. They've all tested positive on the COVID list. 23 players, no practice in 2 weeks. In that time span, they're 2-0. But yeah, no. The Pats shouldn't have played that game.
Can I be a dick for 4 seconds? Or, I guess dick is the wrong word.
You
Can I
want
be
me
a
to
dink
start?
for 4 seconds?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so what makes the Tennessee Titans successful?
I couldn't tell you right now.
Offensive line and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's just the physical offense of those two groups.
And then on defense,
Their D line is pretty solid.
so what I was gonna say is where do the real true breakdowns come is when your D line plays like shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so where have the Patriots since the last time they played really been decimated?
D line, yeah.
The line. No, both sides of the ball.
Well, yeah.
The line.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a little bit of, and then the Patriots lost another D tackle halfway through the game.
Right.
Butler was out. So
Yeah.
it's like, it is
It was
really,
probably their best defensive line.
it's really fucking difficult when you can't practice to like get the other shit going when
You don't have
your
talented
your
players at
line
position.
is the hardest hit
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Those,
Because if you could have given the ball to Damian Harris 20 times, Burkhead gets his 7, White gets his 8 plus his 6 catches, that's a different game.
Right.
But the line couldn't block anything.
No.
Yet Derrick Henry's out there being borderline. He's just fucking toying with people.
Yeah.
you could
202 yards.
So
and
I'm
2
being a little bit of
touchdowns.
a dink with that because it's like, well, the Titans didn't have to practice, but
they had their starters.
what
Their
they
strength-
do
they were
best.
Their strength is up front and in the trenches.
Yeah, and it's not even freshness. It's just their offensive line is very good. Their running game is very good, and that can get you through
Yes.
lack of practice.
But you saw that the Patriots came out and tried to do that. They just tried to run,
Yeah, they
run,
couldn't.
and
They
they
did.
and
couldn't.
Illumino got hurt.
And that's honestly what you need to do if you can't practice.
But the other thing,
it's the Titans
even
are
when
just better. Titans are a better team overall.
if the Patriots
Right.
had their
Don't come at me with anybody else like with that.
if the Patriots had their starting 5 or even their starting 5 with Ferentz, who played center in Kansas, if they had their starting line from Kansas City,
Yeah.
which is still missing 2 guys,
Right.
the Kansas City offensive line, they probably run the ball okay, and probably don't have to do a whole lot throwing the ball, kind of like Miami week 1.
Yeah.
They probably play that game and they probably win.
Mhm.
And then, if you have any fucking sort of D tackle depth, you don't get gashed up the middle for 100 yards.
Right.
But you have no fucking D tackle depth. Like, Lawrence Guy is the only fucking guy who's out there and competent.
Yeah.
And he's fucking good. He's
Yeah.
really fucking good.
They have 3. I think they have 3 D tackles on their roster. They have Adam Butler, Lawrence Guy, and Bo Allen.
Currently?
Yeah.
They brought up a practice squad guy. Sick.
Yeah, awesome.
Cowart's on the list.
Yeah, because Coward's on the COVID list.
I feel like they usually have 4, but maybe it was only 3 because Cowart's on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do with all these people?
Yeah.
But I think that because a lot of people are going to say that. A lot of people are going to go, with the Titans. Look at the Titans. It's like, well, remember,
They're healthy.
especially
Like I said too, the Titans are just a better team. Also.
they are, but if your offensive line, your defensive line are on point, and you have as good of a running back as they do, and you don't even need that good of a running back.
No.
If you have the Patriots running backs,
Yeah.
you'd be fine.
Right.
It's that fucking literally it's fucking Ferentz.
Yeah.
Ferentz testing positive really fucking fucked everything up.
Right.
And then obviously
'Cause
Lumino
now-
leaving the game.
Because now you're down to on the depth chart, your 3rd string center.
No, you don't have a 3rd string center.
Well, who is Joe
And,
Tooney?
and
But that's what I mean.
and that's why it
Like,
became
on
left
the-
guard to
What
center,
Yeah.
left guard to center, left tackle to left guard, bomb on the left tackle. It's like
Teams, I guarantee you, if you look up and down every single depth chart for 32 teams in the NFL, all 32 teams only carry 2 centers. And now you just lost.
Yes.
Well,
You
you're
just
in like
lost
your
2
second
centers.
or third choice for every position online.
Yeah.
Basically.
yes.
Yeah.
Because everyone's talking about Froholt, and I'm like, I don't know what's so great about this guy. He better be fucking good now
Yeah.
that he's in.
Yeah.
Because all I hear about is the fucking Flying Dutchman. I don't even know what nationality he is.
I think he's a Dane.
Dutchman.
Or maybe he's Norwegian.
He's a Viking. He's Scandinavian.
He's definitely a Viking, for sure.
Oh, that's Scandinavian then.
Well,
Yeah,
Denmark
well, that's
is technically
Norwegian. Norway is part of Scandinavia.
But he's definitely not Dutch.
but he could be a Dane. I think Denmark counts as
It
Scandinavia
is.
too.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Isn't
fu-
Scandinavia like
It's
a
so-
peninsula?
Yeah, but
yeah, but they also count Denmark.
the divot
Why?
because
I
it
don't know.
because it
I don't make the fucking rules.
it bends out. It bends towards them, so it counts.
So I have to figure out two things right now.
It's
Oh, it is.
Sweden, Finland, Norway, and Denmark.
Yep.
Those are the Scandinavian
Why is
countries.
Denmark?
I haven't- I
Isn't
haven't
Denmark
found
just
it.
like continental Europe?
It is.
Yeah.
But it hedges out.
He's Danish.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
now-
He's a Dane.
Yeah, Scandinavian.
Just like
Scandinav.
Macbeth.
Yeah, he was Dane.
Yeah, Macbeth was a Dane. Or was it Macduff?
Wait, I was thinking Beowulf. He's a Dane.
Wait.
He kills the Grendel.
Really?
Yeah.
Scandinavia doesn't include Finland.
What?
Really?
Scandinavia does not include Finland.
Which one's Finland? It's the far right.
Finland's the one that's on the fucking peninsula that I thought was Scandinavia.
No, wait. It goes Sweden, then it goes Norway,
It's-
right? And then,
Sweden, Denmark, Norway.
well, what? No.
Norway, Sweden, Finland.
Norway, Sweden. Yeah, Finland's too close to like Russia then,
It is close to Russia.
because then you have to start counting like Latvia,
Lithuania,
Lithuania,
Estonia,
Estonia. Those fucks.
those ones.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That checks out.
I'll agree. I don't like it over there. I thought it was closer.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck them.
That's what I mean. It's like
Fuck Finland.
Yeah,
They're Russian.
Yeah.
Finland's a Russian.
they're Lithuanians,
Dude.
making them now Russian also.
Finland.
I think Estonia's the one that made Molotov cocktails. One of those three. Maybe it's Latvia. Maybe it's Lithuania.
That's annoying. I could have sworn Finland. I'm sorry. I thought whatever. I don't care.
I know. I thought they were. I
Who
thought they were
cares?
like.
They're all the same place.
I thought they were at least grandfathered in because of Denmark. Because come on.
Yeah, I mean, but then it's like it's one of those things where it's like, well, also sometimes it's like no, there isn't also sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
you're
what the
either
fuck
in or
is
out.
Scandinavia?
Yeah. It depends on the argument.
Yeah. I like something.
Actually, you know what? That would be very 2020. You know what? It's 2020. Denmark's out, Finland's in.
Okay. All right.
And if you don't fucking agree with me, you're a piece of shit. You're a fucking bigot and you don't know anything and you're gonna kill my grandmother.
Okay.
As
You're
an-
gonna kill my grandmother by not considering Finland part of Scandinavia, but including Denmark.
Yeah.
Hi, as an inconsiderate now racist, I disagree.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
You probably vote for Trump too.
Well, yeah. Now that I support them.
That or you're on the radical left.
You're a middle-class white man. Oh, you're definitely a Trump supporter.
There should be like a test on there. Remember the Facebook test on
No, I'm sorry. A
Ugh.
cisgendered, middle-aged, straight white man. You're definitely a Trump supporter.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
There should be a test though for like the Facebook test that we used to like be on there. It was stupid, but it's like, oh, which radical am I? Because I got to be at least one type of radical. Am I superiorly white,
What was the one?
superiorly left, racist?
What was the one from the Social Dilemma? Was it the Extreme Center? Was that
Oh yeah, they call it that. That should be a thing. I wish there was an extreme center.
I am an extreme center. That is exactly what describes me.
I'll start with extreme indifference.
Yeah.
I'm extreme center. I support Biden, but he doesn't go far enough to the middle. Not one or the other ways, just middle. Fuck you. What?
I'm extreme center. Yes.
I'm extreme indifferent.
Yeah. Superiorly inferior.
That definitely.
That checks out.
I'm an independent with my own thoughts. It is extreme.
So, kind of speaking about this ties in nicely. It's a good little segue here. Talking about fucking COVID and what is the other one? What were we just talking about?
SARS.
No, what is it? Nationalities, yes, and religions or
You
religions.
can't.
You're
bring
just
that
lumping
up.
everything.
We
into
have
a subword.
we have an issue. We have a potential issue here in New York, the fine state of New York.
Here?
We're
No,
not-
it
we're
should
not in New
be
York.
should be no surprise
You
to
don't have
anybody that Andrew Cuomo is shoving his foot so far down his throat right now that is he up for election? Do we know? I don't know. He needs to get the fuck out. But
Dude, he's gonna get like a. They're talking about him getting like a federal spot.
that's
Yeah, people
I don't know
support
which
him.
one. What, is he? Is he?
Yeah, they
he's a Democrat.
they
he
said
might be
that.
they might be talking about him being in the running for like attorney general.
Gross. gross.
They wanted to like.
That
have
should
him
be the
the
only
president.
reason why people don't vote for Biden. We do not need Andrew Cuomo in the fucking cabinet.
I like Andrew Cuomo. He's got a nipple ring.
Excuse me. Males still do that.
Wait, did you hear all of those things?
No.
So you ready for this?
Guy's
Though?
got one.
You know what? You know what he just did? He is. Now, stop me if this sounds familiar. He has singled out a group that he has blamed for the rise in COVID in the Brooklyn, Queens area.
Is it the Jews?
Yes.
No
He's
way.
blaming the Jews.
No way.
He is. Yep. So if this sounds familiar, it's probably because this happens all the time in the history books. It doesn't matter what page you flip to.
But we never really-
It doesn't matter whether you're doing ancient history, looking at Egypt, or current history, looking at fucking Palestine and Jerusalem, or World War II with the Nazis. Pretty much anywhere you flip, you throw a dart. People are blaming the Jews for shit.
Yeah, we can kind of feel more like part of history now. You get to blame the Jews too. We have our chance. Like, it's just this is our event. We finally can do it, guys.
What do they say about history?
It always repeats itself. Yeah.
The Jews know that
Unfortunately,
so hard.
unfortunately for the Jews.
How many years
That's
has it
true.
been?
Or super ancient history. Well, I guess that would be Egypt. Later ancient history, when the Romans came in too, they kind of fucked up
They
the
hate
Jews.
Jews.
Yeah, there was that guy called Pontius Pilate. Yeah, he did something bad to the Jews. I think.
Wasn't Jesus a Jew?
He
Yeah.
was. Yeah. He's
And
the
an
guy.
Arab?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but all the Jews were asking for it, so.
Andrew Cuomo has announced new restrictions last week to address COVID-19 hotspots that have cropped up in the Brooklyn, Queens area. So the governor's office made a statement, whatever. New York City, the county's former epicenter of the outbreak, began seeing a rise in average daily cases from late September, whatever. This goes on to say that
Is he gonna?
they have new restrictions that are set up that are across 3 categories: red, orange, and yellow zones, each of which dictates different capacity limits for houses of worship, mass gatherings, businesses, dining venues, and schools. The new rules also include a $15,000 fine to anyone who organizes a mass gathering. So you're allowed to protest in New York City, but you can't go to synagogue. That's that's a slippery slope. All right, here we go. So DiBlasio is also getting in on this.
Oh no.
So you want to talk about 2 guys that are complete fucking douchebags.
Oh, those two suck.
DiBlasio's also getting in on this, but I need to give it to him. Cuomo is being much more of a douchebag in this situation. So let's get into this here. This is a direct quote. Orthodox Jewish gatherings are often very, very large, and we've seen what one person can do in a group, Cuomo said during a news briefing on Monday, referring to an Orthodox Jewish man believed to be a super spreader, responsible for hundreds of infections. Mass gatherings are the super spreader events. We know there have been mass gatherings going on in religious institutions in these communities for weeks. I'm talking you're only supposed to have 50 outdoors, but they have 100, violating social distancing, whatever. So then we have Mayor DiBlasio, throws his hat in the ring. We've seen consistently high COVID numbers in 9 zip codes across South Brooklyn, Far Rockaway, and Central Queens, which all happen to be where the Orthodox Jews happen to reside in this area. At the suggestion of the mayor, last Monday, Cuomo ordered that the public and private schools be temporarily closed in parts of New York City that have large Orthodox Jew populations. So now, all the schools that have large Orthodox Jew populations are closed. Just those ones.
So if they don't get
De Blasio's suggestion of the closures coincided with the second day of the Jewish holiday Sukkot, where Orthodox Jews would not be using phones or computers and wouldn't have even heard the news until sundown. So they could have theoretically got a fine and not even known that they were eligible to get a fine.
How do you think that holiday started?
I don't know.
Because now if like part of the observation is no phones, no internet, whatever, whatever billion years ago, whatever the fuck they started.
Yeah.
Well, you probably couldn't.
They
like, read
was
it.
it like no stone tablets?
Yeah, no reading a book. No feeding your mule.
So now Orthodox Jews are protesting. They're out.
So is that okay? What they're doing?
And now they're flipping. Wow. Another protest took place on Wednesday. Some waving campaign flags promoting President Donald Trump.
Oh no!
So now the Jews are flipping. So now, hey, all those people that are out there that say Donald Trump is a Nazi and that he hates Jews, well, the Jews seem to not believe that. Because if they really did believe that, they probably wouldn't be out there waving Donald Trump flags.
Oh man!
Jews for Trump.
So things are getting very interesting as we close in on election time.
Dude, is he gonna snake the Jewish vote?
One of the protests saw Jacob
I don't think he
Blue, a Hasidic Jew and reporter at the Jewish Insider, be brutally assaulted, hit in the head, and kicked by an angry crowd of hundreds of community members, according to a tweet by this said guy. So as I was reading through this article, there were a couple times where I saw that Cuomo has been more of a dickhead towards this. So Cuomo has come out and said, in his quotes in this article, he's literally used the words Orthodox Jews. Like when it came out and said we're closing public and private schools with high populations of Orthodox Jews, he is literally saying Orthodox Jews.
Yep.
The couple statements that were quoted from DiBlasio had said that was the one where we've seen rises in the zip codes and the neighborhoods.
Yep.
So de Blasio is alluding to the areas where the Jews live. Cuomo is coming right out and saying it's the Orthodox Jews.
Yeah, so actually, hey, assuming that the statistics are correct,
yeah,
de Blasio is actually handling this okay.
Politically. He is actually being a political
okay.
about it and using
We're
facts.
doing it in Massachusetts too. Like if a town has a lot of cases, they get red fucking zoned.
Your social group.
So actually, de Blasio is actually doing it correctly. Hey, we've seen the zip codes in the neighborhoods. Now, turns out everyone can, see between the fucking lines.
Yeah.
So Cuomo's would be like,
And Cuomo's just like, yeah, no, it's the Orthodox Jews.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work when, whatever.
I probably shouldn't say it, but
No, you definitely shouldn't say it.
I'm not against him saying it, but I am against him saying it because people are assholes. Like all the Nazis will be like, "Hey, they spread it." Now that's gonna be a fucking thing.
Yeah.
The people that hate Jews are gonna blame them for that.
Yep.
Even though it's like all completely correct. Like keep it under wraps. Not that Jews.
Well,
are
so you
bad,
don't.
but
That's
Jews
the
are
thing
getting
is you
sick.
just don't have to use the term
Right.
Orthodox Jews.
I never thought I would say this, but do what de Blasio did.
I think it'd be said.
Just say to the zip codes, like leave it vague. Leave it vague.
He should have said Orthodox group. The Orthodox group. You don't know what kind of Orthodox, because the word Jew is
Again,
really
you can
what
see between
makes...
the lines there. Like again, you can see between the lines with everything. But when you say zip code, it's like, oh, something's happening in that area.
Yeah.
Or you can
When
be
you
like,
say Orthodox Jews, oh, something's happening within that religion.
Yes.
COVID has chosen some sort of chosen people. For
Isn't that what they
this,
are,
isn't it?
right?
Yeah.
They're the chosen ones.
Yeah. Chosen ones to bear the brunt of
In history,
the world's
they've been
shit.
chosen for all the wrong shit.
Yeah. Serious.
You guys were right, but it is.
Yeah. You certainly are the chosen group, but chosen for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, you should not have taken that title for yourself.
You got the target on your back. You're
Everyone
not,
else chose.
you claim to be number one, you got the target on your back.
Yep.
Just like fucking Stephon Gilmore, Defensive Player of the Year. Everyone's fucking throwing at him this year. Yeah, you win the award, well, you get the target on your back now. So, yeah, that is not good. Now I'm really, I really fucking hope Biden doesn't win, that we don't get this fucking dickhead Cuomo as a fucking attorney general.
Yeah, that's the
They were-
that I just looked up. That's like the rumbling where if
Yeah.
Biden does win, then Cuomo's gonna be one of his people.
Yeah.
They were thinking if Biden was to drop out of the race, Cuomo would have been a good person to run for president. Like he was one of the favorite during
I heard
the
that.
early quarantine
It was after, so I think I even heard that
because he turned it
After-
around.
Bernie dropped,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's just kind of like, "Hey, it's gonna be Biden," and then all of a sudden it was like,
Well, Cuomo was the betting favorite. Because remember
it
you
was a
asked
betting.
me?
Yeah, I
You
asked.
came
Oh,
home
yeah.
one day and asked me, and you go, "Hey, did Cuomo join the race?" And I go, "No, why?" And you said, "Well, he's the betting favorite right now."
For the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Or like he was all of a sudden like there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is there another debate coming?
It's
Maybe this
supposed to
week or next
be
week?
Thursday.
Yeah, this week I
Yeah.
think. Thursday. Too bad we get Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Unless it gets canceled again because of fucking stupid coronavirus, but I don't know. So either way, like I said, not a good look. Very, very not a good look.
Very bad. Very bad thing.
Probably shouldn't be doing that. The other thing is that we talked a little bit about this earlier, but people are flipping their shit right now about ranked choice voting because we have it in Massachusetts. It's on the ballot. It's
what is that?
Question 2. So ranked choice voting allows you to vote for more than one person along the lines of a first, second, and third choice.
Oh, okay.
So you vote your first choice, and if your first choice does not win, then your vote goes to the second choice. If that happens and then your second choice still doesn't win, then your vote would go to your third choice, and if that doesn't win, then they throw away your vote. Like
the other one wins.
So the other person just wins. So theoretically, like what this is supposed to stop is stopping someone to win an election with 37% of the vote. And this just in local elections in Massachusetts. I've read a bunch on this. Like so
this would be
there's
city council?
an almost 0% chance that this ever makes it to the presidential election. So like people that are flipping out.
Are you serious?
Well, no, they'd have to make an amendment for that.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
No fucking way.
It's not
there
gonna
is
happen.
no fucking way that could happen.
But that's been a thing where we can't. This is a trickle down effect. If we start doing this, then eventually it's gonna. No. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking.
There's already states that do it.
I was saying, in Massachusetts, don't flatter yourself. You're not that fucking important.
Yeah, no. So I kind of don't hate it. It's a way for people's votes to actually count. Because other people are saying the opposite. I've also seen arguments like on Twitter of people saying, well, ranked choice voting just makes it so your votes don't count. And you're like,
No,
I think it's actually the other way around.
Yeah.
It gives you 3 opportunities to make your vote count, actually.
Yeah.
Because well, I said this to Dickie earlier, but assuming
how does this work? Like, say the 3 of us are running for fucking governor, and we have ranked choice voting.
So let's say I vote you as number 1, you as number 2, and me as number 3.
Okay, gotcha.
Or let's throw Jones in.
Jones is voting. Jones is
voting. He votes. Let's go. He goes right down the line. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So you're his first choice.
Fucking right.
However, you're an independent.
Okay.
So you're probably not going to win.
Correct.
Third party.
So if it comes out to be where if I have, 42% of the vote and he has 40% of the vote, well, you didn't win. So now your vote now comes to me.
And you can be close to the majority.
Where I could potentially win with like a 50% vote or a 51%.
And now it gives
because theoretically, some people that also vote for you are going to have both of us, either of us second. So say Jones votes you number 1, me number 2, him number 3.
Yeah.
Finn could vote you number 1, him number 2, me number 3.
Yeah.
So when you inevitably don't win, Finn's vote goes to him. Jones' vote comes to me.
So it'll even out, but it'll make it so it's less risky to vote for a third party or the person you truly want, not just the most winnable candidate.
Right, because the whole reason why people don't vote for third-party candidates is because they're like, well, it's not going to win. I'm throwing my vote away. Well, it's like,
you're throwing your vote away.
Well, now you can vote for a third-party candidate, and you can feel better about it because if your third-party candidate doesn't win, then your vote goes to your second person.
And it would be for the Massachusetts stuff. Like, there's ones that did the primary for like the Democratic Party where people felt more confident with like certain people, so they voted on a ranked choice, and it was way better for them. And then there's places like South Carolina or like Arizona where like, well, this guy's got hype now because it's the 3rd day of it. We gotta support the one that has hype, but you didn't really support him. You just got tricked into like the hype machine.
Yeah.
So you get to vote for the person you truly care about.
And like I said, the other thing too is now you have 3 opportunities to not throw your vote away. And then, so my other thing, I said this to you earlier, if you're out there and you have a real fucking problem with this ranked choice voting because you think it's a fucking sham, well, guess what? Don't fill out all 3 choices. Just fill out your first choice. Like if it's really going to upset you that much, you don't have to fill out all 3 choices.
But my pick
just fill out your first choice. Boom, problem solved. Stop being a fucking bitch about it.
But the one person
I actually really like it.
Is really not popular. The people that wouldn't like it is the people that think it's their person is the least popular, and they're like, well, mine doesn't stand a chance because now they're going against 3 people that are popular, and if the first one doesn't win, then the second one will not.
But you're never going to please everyone. So the people that hate it are going to be like, well, I like the Green Rainbow Party, so like if I vote for them, then they're still not gonna win. It's like,
Well, it's
well,
more.
yeah,
Well,
it's
they weren't
'cause
gonna win. They weren't gonna win before.
well, yeah, it's because
No,
you like
what's the
you're
fucking
part of the
problem?
Green
It's-
Rainbow
here-
Party. Like,
here's,
go fuck yourself.
here's the problem for it, right? Here's the theoretical problem. So I'll use a real example. Democrats and independents, all like the two independents in the Senate always vote Democrat. So let's say there's more people voting for either Democrats and independents now. The Republican side would get less of a chance to win because they'd have to be facing off against the Democrats and the independents before their votes count. Less people would be more likely to vote for the independents, at least right now, than they would for the Republican. Does that make sense? So, like, if the top two parties, it doesn't matter which one it is, Democrat or Republican, they're the most powerful ones. If there is a third party that is more like a Democrat or more like a Republican, then those two kind of come together versus the second best one, and it kind of hurts them the most. Again, I'm not-
I'm following that. but-
Yeah.
I get that, and I also don't care about that though, because I think their choice is better. Does that make
Well,
sense?
so the way, okay, so say you.
All it is, the main reason why I like it the most is because it gives it starts providing the opportunity, at least at a lower level, to introduce a third and fourth party and break the two-party system. I think the two-party political system
Horrible.
is severely fucking broken in this country.
Thomas Jefferson.
The way that it is, and
No, because it wasn't that much of a problem until.
Thomas Jefferson.
No, because even back in the day, it's like.
Easter.
People used to have debates and actually pay attention, and the debates actually used to mean something.
Right.
Now they don't mean anything because it's just like I'm rooting for my team,
Yeah.
and then they watch the debate and they go, "Oh, my team won."
Yeah.
And then the person on the other team goes, "Wow, no, my team won."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I sorry because I saw, Pence.
Pants.
Wow,
Pants.
he is really embarrassing Kamala Harris out there. He is fucking murdering her.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. And then Democrat side, oh, Kamala Harris, she's so well spoken. She knows everything that's going on. She's making Pence look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Then it's like, Pence is winning this one. Kamala Harris isn't answering any of the questions.
Then they say the same thing.
Oh, Kamala Harris is crushing Pence because he's making up facts. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fly in the room.
Someone has to be winning,
Right.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, that's well.
or not. I get it, or it's a tie.
Or it just doesn't matter.
Basically, you gotta
Well, it doesn't
silence.
matter. I know that.
Yeah.
You gotta silence all those people. The people that are either Democrat or Republican just care about the independents. That's what they care about. They don't
But-
give a shit about.
So what I
They just
what I
wanna look
hope
good
this
to them.
does is it brings in, like I said, a third party,
That would be
and it starts to. I don't even give a shit if it's the libertarians. They just happen to be the third biggest party in the country, but like something else. Give me somebody else. Like fuck Jesus, like shit. What the fuck?
Puppy Party was pretty popular in my first year teaching. They won the school election. Puppy Party. They had no say in anything but puppies.
This would give Vermin Supreme a chance.
It would.
He's been fucking ostracized his entire career.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Well,
shame.
he's also a libertarian.
Makes me fucking sick.
What's the name?
Do you know his running
Vermin
mate?
Supreme?
His running mate is now the at the time when he was campaigning, his running mate is now the VP candidate for Joe Jorgensen. Spike Cohen is the projected vice president if Joe Jorgensen won. Excuse my laughter. If by some stretch of the imagination Joe Jorgensen won, Spike Cohen would be the vice president, and he was Vermin Supreme's running mate.
Dude, Vermin Supreme could be fucking Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Do you remember the name of my banana religion by any chance? Because I don't.
Bananye West.
Banana. Well, that's the leader. So, Dogecoin is a thing. Do you guys want to make a religious political party that will inevitably become a thing, and then we become?
No.
We can get.
I don't know what you're saying.
Seems like too much paperwork.
I don't.
No,
I'm not following.
we will be the best third party there is, by ironicness alone.
Yeah, if you want to fill out all the paperwork and get everything done, I'll show up. I'll show up to the meeting.
Yeah. So if we're gonna do like a political party thing, one of you's gonna have to buy me a shotgun so I can fucking swallow it.
Well, we need to make a platform that we are caring about, like pasta for breakfast.
I don't even need a platform.
Ponies for everybody. Everybody gets a pony.
Mandatory teeth brushing.
Ooh.
You gotta wear a boot on your head.
Nah, that wasn't
I know.
mandated.
These don't go with my religion.
That's because it was Vermin Supreme's platform.
But I want my religion.
I think he started out as the pony party. Like, I think that was his thing. Like, he created the pony party and he ran on everybody gets a pony. And then eventually he found his way into libertarianism.
Nice.
Well, he's been, like, he was like a Democrat. Or he got on, like, the Democratic primary before.
Yeah.
No traction, but...
Right. Where is he? New Hampshire? Vermont? Where's he from?
Well, he grew up here, but I think he's New Hampshire.
Yeah. Well, so that's that. That's enough of that bullshit. In other news, you want to talk about people using their powers for good? Finally? Well, some would be upset to hear that Taco Bell made an announcement within the last month or so that they were removing the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. They're taking it off the menu. Not so fast. The good people of the United States have gathered together, regardless of political party affiliation, and they have decided that the Taco Bell Mexican pizza must stay. They have been protesting in the streets, and they have started a massive petition that, as of 2 days ago, this website's gonna make me pay for the article. But as of 2 days ago, has received over 100,000 signatures for their petition to save the Taco Bell Mexican pizza.
Fucking fat people.
If I was Taco Bell, like, I don't know what a Mexican pizza goes for. I would just like yeah, we'll keep it. It's $20 now.
How you like
Oh,
it?
this is bullshit. Yeah, well, we don't want to keep it on the menu.
Yeah.
You fucks the one that wanted it.
You guys, you just said you really, really want it, so we're just going with demand now with the price.
Yeah. How bad do you want it?
You just spiked demand.
Yeah.
Economics, baby.
Yeah, that stupid fucking website's gonna make me pay to read the fucking thing. But, I'm sorry. More than 120,000 signatures, sorry. Yeah.
Kind of thing that makes me want to leave this world behind.
You should hear some of the way some people talk about fast food.
But, did you know
Fucking disgust.
that Domino's has, I don't know if they've heard that or whatever, or they heard the rumblings. I don't know when Taco Bell made the announcement specifically, but Domino's has recently come out with a cheeseburger pizza and a taco pizza. So you talk about strange timing. I don't know, maybe. Did Domino's know? Did they have insider information? Did they send a spy to Taco Bell? So Taco Bell announces they're removing the Mexican pizza, and Domino's just happens to come out with something called a taco pizza now?
Yeah, it's a power vacuum
I don't
for
know.
the pizzas.
I don't know. Which I've had both of them, by the way. Taco pizza, not bad. The cheeseburger pizza, fucking smacks. It tastes like a Big Mac on a pizza. It is very good. Very good.
I mean, I like it, but I don't like that it's McDonald's.
I would probably.
Anything
Well, it's
else.
not McDonald's.
I know.
It's Domino's.
It's DiGiorno.
Would you like it better than a meatball pizza?
Oh, no, God, no.
Okay, so it's, okay, I get you.
But it's good. It's very good. It's, for what it is, like for being Domino's, it's a very good pizza.
Domino's Power Rankings, where does it land?
Wow.
It's gotta be bottom-ish.
The cheeseburger? I don't know. I would put the taco pizza bottom-ish. Bottom half, certainly. I mean,
You don't need to rank them one.
the meat lovers is good. What else is good? I'm a fan of bacon pineapple jalapeno pizza. That's a great one. That's not like a standard menu. You have to like
No, you gotta
customize
do
that.
yourself.
So I guess I'll leave that off. I don't know. Top 10? Cheeseburger pizza, top 10.
Top 10 for Domino's isn't that good though. Because like when we're talking Power Rankings, they don't have like
They don't even
Yeah, they don't
have
have a
pizza.
ton.
they don't have like 30 pizzas.
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
You can build your own.
No, we're not talking build your own.
Fuck you.
Well, because you got to think. So, and then this is a little bit like where it's not fair. I kind of set you up intentionally.
I miss white cheese.
Because it's like, you know, bacon alone, good. Sausage alone, good. Ground beef alone, good. Like pepperoni, good. Like all of those pizzas are good. So it's like, what are we ranking?
All right, so I just pulled up the Domino's menu here. Obviously,
Because we got to go all specialty pizzas, right? Because we can't. Because if we just go one topping itself, it's fucking way too many.
There are 14 pizzas
Yeah, see, that's what I mean.
that you can order off of their menu that are not like custom. Well, technically 15 because of cheese. So there's 15 pizzas.
That's it? I'm
Yep.
pulling up their menu too, but what'd you do? Hit order online?
Yep, it just says specialty pizzas. Chicken taco, cheeseburger, extravaganza, meat za, Philly cheesesteak, Pacific veggie, Honolulu Hawaiian, deluxe, Cali chicken bacon ranch, buffalo chicken, ultimate pepperoni, Memphis barbecue chicken, Wisconsin 6 cheese, and then spinach and feta. Those are your 4, and then cheese is number 15.
So I haven't had most of these, but I mean, I gotta feel like.
So if we're going just off of these 15, I might put
Where is it?
I might put the cheeseburger top 5. The meat za is probably number 1. Chicken bacon ranch probably number 2.
I see. I just don't like ranch.
I would go buffalo chicken at 3. I'm gonna sneak in the Honolulu Hawaiian at 4, and then I'll go cheeseburger at 5. And after that, doesn't matter. Maybe the Memphis barbecue chicken, maybe the pepperoni, then the Philly cheesesteak. You know, deluxe potentially.
I just wouldn't think so. If I was gonna order Domino's, knowing what that entails, just don't think it would really speak to me.
Yeah.
Cheese hurts me.
So I would go Mitza, ultimate pepperoni, Memphis barbecue, and then after that they're all kind of like this. Then after that it's just by mood.
Right.
Because like sometimes like the extravaganza, like that's all like the fucking vegetables and shit. Like sometimes that's all right.
Yeah.
Hawaiian sometimes is okay. I don't like their buffalo chicken. I don't think it's very good. Like it's a little weird because it's like the sauce is like,
Yeah.
like the buffalo sauce is just kind of there.
Yeah.
I don't like ranch, so that takes that out.
All things considered, I don't hate Domino's.
No, it's just
As far as like fast food pizza joints go,
I used to love it. Back in the
Domino's
day.
is good.
yeah. I mean,
Who would you put above Domino's
for
like chain pizza? Obviously, I think we're all under agreement here. Papagino's number 1.
Papagino's. Before I call it number 1, I want to lean that it's number 1.
Yeah.
Before I call it number 1, what are my other options here? Like Papa John's?
I mean, you got Papa John's,
Never had it.
Little Caesars.
Oh, Little Caesars is shit.
Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Is Pizza Hut even in business?
Pizza slow.
Maybe.
They got good pasta.
Trying to think of some other like pizza chains.
I don't think there's many anymore.
No.
At least in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Like I know you're wearing the Myrtle Beach sweatshirt. I know Myrtle Beach has a million fast food places.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like the South changes that. I mean, obviously there's probably some
Oh.
I feel like there's no
Sparrow.
They put Chuck E. Cheese on this list.
Sparrow.
California Pizza Kitchen.
I want chicken.
They're overrated.
Does
I've
that
had them
count,
before.
though?
Because they're like a mall. They're usually in malls. They're like restaurant malls.
Yeah, but they're like, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you have to like
Yeah.
sit down, kind of.
Yeah.
Also, their food isn't that good.
No. Well, that's right.
I think the best thing I ever ate at a California Pizza Kitchen is like one of the salads.
Yeah.
Papa John's any good? I've never had that.
I've never had Papa John's.
Papa John's isn't bad.
Papagino's definitely.
That was the go-to. as a kid.
Papagino's number 1.
You know what I haven't gotten in a wicked long time?
Food.
Oh, CC's is on this. CC's isn't good.
Never had that.
Pizza.
That's Little Caesars.
Damn it.
Still.
That makes sense. I'm looking at the idea in my head.
Yeah.
There's not many chains anymore.
That's ooh, Hungry Howie's. That
No.
was in Myrtle Beach. That might be. Oh fuck. No, it's still not better than Papagino's. I'd put it at number 2.
And I also-
I might put Domino's at number 3. So Hungry Howie's is the best non-Papagenos. Obviously, that's why I ranked it number 2. But like it's like a higher class, higher quality Domino's.
Yeah, which is what we're talking.
And it gives you like the options to choose different crusts. You can do all kinds of different shit.
It's like the Five Guys version of like a burger place.
Yeah. I would call it like the Five Guys of pizza joints.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Hungry Howie's fucking smacks. That would be number 2 for me. Hunt Brothers is a big one. There's none around here, but they're a sponsor in NASCAR, so they have to be big.
Yeah, down south.
Yeah, that's it. Little Caesars.
There's not many anymore.
Oh, Mellow Mushroom. That's another one though. It's like I don't know if I count that as. It's like franchisee, but it's a sit-down restaurant.
I just look at it too because it's like pizza, like
People like
quote unquote like
pizza.
fast food pizza. It's all the same. It's all pizza takes pizza. Like it's just that's what it is. So there's so many local pizza places that there's really not a need for a chain.
Sal's Pizza. That's more of like a
That's
local,
gotta
that's
be.
like a local New England thing, I think, though.
Yeah, that's gotta be just New England.
But
their big thing is just the big pieces.
Uno's. They put Uno's on the list.
So
those are all like Uno's, California Pizza Kitchen, and the Mellow Mushroom are all the same type of place.
yeah, they're just like TGI Fridays that serve pizza.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean Domino's. Like that's the thing with Domino's. It's like
I always
it's just
preferred them.
fine. Like it's not like you're not gonna get Domino's and be like, ugh, what is this? It's like
I mean, it's no Pizza Planet.
I don't know what that is.
It's from Toy Story.
Oh.
There's like 3 people that are listening that just got that joke.
Okay. I thought that you were looking at the list. I thought there was a.
You could have said it. Hey, you could have said it was the place from Dude, Where's My Car, and I wouldn't have known that either.
Happy's Pizza. Is that what that was?
Something.
Yeah, so there isn't a ton. But I think we can all agree that Papagenos is number 1 and Pizza Hut is the last. However many there are that exist, Pizza Hut is that number.
I feel like
No,
Pizza
last
Hut's
is
the worst.
Little Caesars.
Ooh, I like Little Caesars. Maybe
I actually don't hate Little Caesars.
So when I think Little Caesars, I think like Sparrow, but like worse. Where it's out there under the fucking heat lamps. It's sitting there.
Well, their big thing is the hot and ready pizzas. They make a bunch of pizzas, put them in like a heat container thing, and then you show up and be like, oh, what do you got in the hot and ready? And they're like, this, and this. All right, cool, I'll take that one.
Yeah, gross.
Where you don't have to wait. They're true fast food pizza.
Yes.
Because if you literally walk up to the counter, say what's in the hot and ready, and then you just take it and go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that.
But
because apparently calling ahead is too much of a task.
Oh. Well, if you're driving by and you're hungry, you're like, fuck. Oh, it's ready.
You know what else you can do?
But is it like I know. But is it like McDonald's where if you go in everything's fucking greasy and it smells like stuffy, like and you're like, oh, I'm dirty.
For Little Caesars?
Yeah. Or is it like
No,
any other
I mean,
pizza place?
admittedly, the only one I've ever been in was in Lawrence, so
It was probably
that one was like that. But it also could just be Lawrence.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, do you know where any other locations are?
It was stuffy. in the streets.
Brockton. Lowell.
Taunton.
Taunton.
Are you starting
Taunton's
to
on
see a
like the
trend?
Rehoboth side where I was.
Yeah.
Are you starting to see a trend here?
I believe so.
They don't put Little Caesars.
What are you trying to say, Governor Cuomo?
They put them in shithole places.
But my Little Caesars opened up next to or right across from a Papagenos, which is pretty impressive or very stupid, but.
Well,
No,
they're
because
two totally different.
Hey, if you're in the mood for pizza,
customer groups.
you go to pizza.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Very different customers that buy Papagenos that buy Little Caesars.
But they are pizza.
This is true, but a Little Caesars pizza, like a hot and ready pizza, is like $5. A Papagenos like large is like 18.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Bertucci's.
Yeah.
Where does Bertucci stand?
That's on the California Pizza Kitchen thing for me. Like
So I was gonna say
that's a restaurant.
that pizza's actually pretty.
Yeah,
good.
Bertucci's pretty
Are
solid.
those always in malls or just in the Taunton Mall?
No,
they
have
have
standalones.
standalones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, alright. I didn't know if
They
were
have, they have both. Like there's one in Brockton, there's one in Medford. Peabody. Peabody's a standalone, or Danvers. It's on Route 1.
Yeah.
Remember that time you guys made the mac and cheese that was deep fried?
Yes.
Dude, pretty soon.
Yeah, I know. It's coming up on Thanksgiving. We gotta break out the fryer. We got a little bit of oil left.
No, I'll buy it.
No. We gotta use that oil.
I mean, we can use it, but we don't need it.
Yeah.
Did you save the old oil?
Where did I dump? I must have thrown
We
that
threw it
back.
all back. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you can dump the new old oil on the weeds. You can heat it up first too, so you can really kill those fuckers.
That will absolutely set everything on fire out back.
Yep. And it's a grease fire.
Yeah, so it's really
Yeah,
easy
get
to
the
put
hose.
out.
Yeah. Yep. What could go wrong?
Just get some grease lightning. I heard that's something from the movie.
I think so.
It connects somehow.
Yeah, somehow it's all connected. So yeah, Papagino's 1, Hungry Howie's 2, Domino's 3, and then Pizza Hut is last. But right above Pizza Hut is Little Caesars.
Yeah, but like Domino's has like
I think it's-
garlic crust.
So let's say there's like 8 places. Pizza Hut's 8, Little Caesars is 7.
I'm putting fucking okay. Then I'm putting fucking. I'm actually flipping those two, and I'm putting Sparrow at 9.
I don't know.
There's just
Yeah.
something of. There's just something about.
I've never been to a Sparrow and been like, that looks good.
like so.
that looks like something I want to eat.
So you tell me
What is a Sparrow? I've never seen it.
mall pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the reason I put those two together is because I've seen it at the Square One Mall, and I've seen them at both locations of Twin River.
Yes.
Like, it's pizza sitting in a fucking case under the heat lamp. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, pizza does not take that long to make.
Yeah, but think of
No.
this. Remember, like, leftover pizza is pretty fucking good. So what if the first pizza you get is a leftover pizza? That's pretty good.
But it's not. But it's like,
it's not leftover.
It's
because
purgatory
it never got
pizza.
cold.
yeah, it's
It's purgatory
pizza.
pizza. Yes.
It's not fresh, but it ain't a leftover either.
Yeah.
I'm kind of willing to try it at some point.
You're fucking disgusting, so you probably would like it. You're gonna try Sparrow, and you're gonna tell me how good it is. I know you are.
Yeah.
It was worth the shits.
You're gonna think it was awesome. It was.
Yeah.
It's like, actually, I don't mind it at all.
Oh, dude, I love Sparrow. I'd put that at number 1.
I like how the grease dried up over time.
God.
As soon as you take it, that's one of those things. As soon as you take it out from underneath the heat lamp, it looks totally different.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on in that heat
Yeah, it's
lamp?
like
Like,
fucking-
why is that heat lamp make
Right.
it look so
Big
different?
gamma rays.
It's like when you eat bar food at the bar table and the red light kind of hits it, so it's like, all right, it looks presentable, but then if you ate at a table, you're like, was I eating this last week?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then,
Chicken's
like,
great.
so you're at Twin River. The place is fucking nasty, and people like walk by the Sparrow case, like, oh, is that chicken parm? Oh, that looks good. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, yeah. Literally,
fuck.
nothing that has ever come out of my mouth is, oh, that's Sparrow? Nah, that looks good.
Yeah, so that's why I put those two at the bottom, because of the hot and red. And it is their business model. So it's like, again, if you're at the mall and you're looking for a slice of pizza and you want to roll,
Yeah,
okay, but
yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna fucking tell you that is a very bad choice of pizza.
Very bad. Very
it
bad.
might not be bad for you though. Maybe.
It's gotta be right on par with every other pizza.
Oh.
Pizza is mostly pizza.
I'm gonna add
But
this
not
to our
food
list.
poisoning.
But we should do we should rank the sandwich chains another time. So we're running out of time here. Not that we're running out of time.
not doing today.
We do have Sunday
No, I
night
don't
football.
want
Sunday
to.
night football.
I also would like to potentially give that one some thought,
Yeah.
because there's actually options there.
I mean, I know what I'm going with number 1. Like, blown away. Like, there's to me, there's
Stop talking about
there's
it.
number 1, and then there's
if you
everybody
keep,
else.
if you keep talking about
You
it,
can't do it.
We're
You
gonna
can
have
do
to
it
talk
now.
about
Okay,
So it's-
I'm done talking about
it's
it.
either your final thought or we're fucking tabling it.
No, we're
I kinda
tabling it.
I kind of want to tell you about my favorite sandwiches right now.
No.
So my favorite sandwiches.
Man, final thought. Yeah. I want to tell you about my sandwiches.
Yeah.
All right, favorite sandwiches. 10 to 1. Real quick.
Yeah. Do you want to start wrapping this up?
Yeah.
actually?
So this is an Amazon Prime movie. It was the trial. I don't know what the fuck it was called. It was like the trial of the Chicago 7
Okay.
or something. So in 1968, before the Democratic Convention, which was also at the time the Vietnam War was going on. So Lyndon B. Johnson,
Yes.
LBJ, he's not running again after the Kennedy assassination. He ain't coming back. So obviously, from everything I've been told, because I wasn't even a fucking consideration at that point, the Vietnam War was very divisive. Yes?
Yes.
I've heard such things.
Yes.
I believe so.
People used to protest that because they did not like it.
I think.
I think Muhammad Ali really liked it.
I think he was a huge fan.
He wanted to go over
So,
Oh, you mean Cassius Clay?
so the
there.
Democratic,
His name 'cause he wanted.
the Democratic National Convention was in Chicago in 1968, I believe, and Humphrey was going to be the candidate.
Is that the
Humphrey Bogart?
No,
Was that the crazy guy?
Hubert Humphrey.
Hubert.
So they didn't get into who Hubert Humphrey was. They actually didn't give a lot of background in the movie.
Wait,
Was he the
original Triple H?
No. Wait.
I know Hunter Hearst Helmsley is obviously
Paul
Triple
Levesque?
H, but yes, Paul Levesque is the WWF Triple H. But I think it was based off like his whole like moniker thing was based off of like a real person who was Triple H. I thought it was someone who was a politician. Was it Hubert H. Humphrey?
Could be. I don't really know. Look it up. I'll talk about the movie. And yeah, so again, they kind of just was like, hey, so basically what the movie's about a trial, and
yes,
this actually happened. So I'm really not spoiling a whole lot because it's just history that we never learned.
Yeah, there's no spoilers here when you're looking at a movie about history.
No. So
read a book.
There were like a bunch of groups, like small groups. Like there was like the students for whatever the fuck. There was the Yippies. They were like young people, something or other. The Black Panthers were around back then, or there was something else, like whatever. So what ended up happening was massive fucking riot in Chicago with the police and protesters. Mm-hmm. Stop me if you've heard this before. And they were being tried federally for crossing state lines to incite a riot, suggesting that they started it, not the police.
Right.
And I don't know. I mean, it's fairly interesting. If you're looking for it from a historical perspective, it's missing many a detail.
Yeah. Like,
for example, why exactly did they hate Hubert Humphrey so much? Why?
Who hated him? Hippies?
Triple H.
Well, so they were all going to protest. So there was the hippie people.
Yeah,
there was like
the
young hippies, the Yippies.
All right, yeah, that's weird.
But they had like a real name, not just like young hippies, Yippies. Yeah. It was like Young Institute. I don't fucking know. Then there was like the students of something.
So they all like Nixon of all people.
That's the part I didn't understand because I think they were just against the war.
Okay, and then
or against like what the candidates were. I think it could have just been like, hey, they're Democratic, but they're against what Humphrey was about. It's not. It's actually not very clear.
Yeah.
Unless I missed it and it was like subtle.
It's not as much thinking of like Democrats and Republicans today. Like Lyndon B. Johnson was kind of like today
from Texas.
He's like today's Republican.
Yeah. So do you know when it switched?
It didn't. Well, it didn't switch, but it switched. Yeah.
I know there was. I know that it wasn't like April 19th,
so
1945. Flip them.
Here's how it kind of happened. Do you want me to do this?
Just give me a year.
No, there's no year.
A time period?
After the Civil War,
okay,
one issue would go a different way, and then later on, other issues would go different ways to the point where you're like, oh wait, my main issue that I care about is now on the other side.
Well, that's how the whole thing, like Republicans today go like, well, Abraham Lincoln, it was a Republican, and he's the one that freed the slaves, so how can we be racist?
Because they were liberal back then.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, it's based on what liberal and
so there's no like actual year when it all flipped?
No, like think of it as like after the war, like the economics of the Civil War, like the economics of the North, like they're all business and stuff, and the South is like all farmland and stuff. Yeah. They have to become more business-like, whereas the North, which was business-like, doesn't want them to be more business-like, because then the competition, then all the competition happens, you're trying to squash that a little bit.
Okay, so that's a whole thing. Anyway, so back in 1968, the Democratic Party was liberal. Because it's students, it's hippies, it's whatever.
Yeah. So, all that happens is liberal and conservative is always the same, but like the labels change.
So the Democratic Party was still liberal back then.
Yep.
And again, so like the students might have been like against Humphrey. They might not have liked what he had to say, so they wanted the other guy who I don't even know. And then like the Yippies might have been there because they didn't like the war. Mm-hmm. And if they support Democrats because they're more liberal, they want a candidate that's going to be against the war, and I don't know if both of them were or not. This because it wasn't the focus of the movie is the trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not.
Is the movie good?
It's entertaining.
Okay, what's it called?
It's like the trial of the Chicago Seven or something.
I might have to check it out.
But the point, so the movie, I mean, and it's not super long. So it's probably worth your time. I'd watch it. If you got nothing else to do, watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. I think it's free.
Yeah.
So it's like the trial of Chicago 7. It's something interesting because I've never really heard about it. But I guess, so the way it went, and spoiler alert if you don't want to know what ends up happening, which I'm going to talk about.
Right, but it's history. So.
It's history. So the judge was a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, this was really all just a setup. Was like the attorney general, the new president, they wanted to make an example out of these people. They wanted them to go to jail for whatever. So like the judge leaned against them. You know, they tried to set it up in a way like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes.
He was the federal prosecutor.
Okay.
And like before it, he's like, yeah, but this doesn't make a lot of sense. He goes, well, that's why I'm paying you. Like the attorney general's like, I'm paying you to win.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I don't know, whatever. He goes, well, that's why I chose you.
Yeah.
You go figure it out. Go win.
Right.
But yeah, the judge was like a real fucking dickhead, like real fucking incompetent, even to the point that one of the guys from the Black Panther Party like just like wouldn't shut up in the courtroom because he didn't have his lawyer, so he was speaking and whatever, and they're like, because his lawyer was like sick, whatever, and they denied his ability to like delay it out. They fucking like he actually like tied him to a chair or had him tied to a chair and like had a fucking like thing in his mouth. Like, so that he couldn't fucking speak for like multiple days.
Good.
Multiple days. I'm like,
could not do that today.
that is nuts.
Yeah.
And then they had declared a mistrial. Weird.
Yeah.
And then they had him like severed from the case.
Yeah.
And it was Bobby Seale, founder of the Black Panther Party, which, whatever, he wasn't even there, but or he was there, but like not really. He didn't have anything to do with like the other guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, moderately interesting, different time.
Yeah.
And I would give it a watch. I think it's worth the under 2 hours.
Yeah.
That I believe it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a final thought?
Yes. I also found
Would it be?
I will tell you. I also had my thing. If you want to hear about a flipping situation for parties, I have an example that works that I came up with, but probably is true. I don't know. It's logically sound.
It's your final thought you can choose.
Here's my final thought, though.
Okay.
Because we've lost a brother in arms. A French teacher got beheaded this week. Did you hear about that?
Like this
Someone-
week 2020 or
someone
this
that
week
teaches-
1720?
Someone that teaches French or
Somebody
a
in-
teacher in the country of France?
A teacher in the country of France.
What was she teaching?
And I mean a lost brother because it's a man.
Oh, it's a man.
Because I'm a teacher who is French.
What was he teaching?
He was teaching like civics like me too. So it's like he was teaching history and about.
Did they take Bastille Day too far?
It's actually something that like makes me think like, oh fuck, people that are kind of extreme would probably be pissed off too because like I don't like it. So this teacher was teaching about. Do you remember the Charlie Hebdo shootings that happened there?
Yes.
So they were showing the Prophet Muhammad in a cartoon and making fun of it. So fucking crazy Islamic terrorists came in that radicalized and just shot everyone.
Right.
This teacher showed like freedom of speech and things, and he said he was teaching about the Hebdo incident, and he had images in there, and he said, "All right, kids, look away if like this offends you, but these are some of the images they showed that led to the shooting." And then this 41-year-old teacher, like some parents, got mad that he did that, and then some Islamic terrorist came and figured out who he was and like scoped him out in the parking lot. And fucking asked kids like, "Hey, is that the teacher?" and cut off his fucking head in front of them. That's what happened.
Wow.
And that's like
That's definitely not Bastille Day gone wrong.
No.
and I was like,
Well,
wow, that's
Did they put it in a guillotine to make it at least appropriate for being in
Probably
France?
not. They probably used a nice fucking sharp sword.
yeah, fucking cunts. But I was like, fuck,
Yeesh.
that's an easy way to just like hate Islam all of a sudden.
Are you inciting violence?
Against Islamics.
What state are you gonna do it in?
State
I
of
hear
rage.
it's federal, but across state lines.
Yeah.
I was just gonna do it in a state of rage, but okay. No, but I
I don't know
thought
if there's federal jurisdiction over that one.
that was like, oh, there's some bullshit going on even during like Corona time, like all that
Yeah.
stuff. From it's like that's so 2015.
It's
like,
old. It's like or like like 04, 05 when someone was getting beheaded every 4 seconds in Afghanistan or some
Yeah.
shit.
I just wonder.
retro.
I wonder like
It's a throwback. It's a throwback.
Oh, the cops showed up and,
Yeah.
and suicided him, or like suicide by cop him.
Yeah.
Suicide by cop. I love these.
I just wonder, like, if people will ever figure out, which I doubt, because people aren't that smart, that anytime you take an extremist of any group,
Yeah.
person's probably a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter whether it's Islam,
Fucking
Republicans, Democrats, fucking
Green Party.
anything. Like, anytime you go extreme in one direction, you're probably a fucking dickhead.
Well, Finn will give me a tap on the back right now, or just a pat on the back for mentioning Batman. But the Poison Ivy lady, she just wants like plants to like live, so she starts killing people because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, extreme.
Extremism is never a good option.
But I'm a huge dickhead. That's why I'm extremely indifferent.
Oh my God, he's coming for us. If we're not indifferent, he's gonna kill us.
Nah, it's just I don't even care about you.
You're not extreme enough.
Yeah,
that's my.
But am I indifferent enough?
I don't know.
all right. I'll use this one as my. I had a couple things chambered, but I can save those for another show. This fits well with what you just said, talking about cops.
I thought we were going to talk about beheadings.
Yeah, no. Well, actually, not far off.
Here's how I would do it.
Speaking of all of this, I watched Patriots Day for the first time last week when Vinny was here. When Vinny and I were up. I almost corrected myself to the wrong.
Me and Vinny.
Vinny and I. No. Me and Vinny. So Vinny and I were up until fucking whatever 2 in the morning or something after we watched this something. I don't remember.
That is so descriptive.
There was a long game, wasn't there? Because
that just brought me really right into the scene. I really feel like I was there with you.
Wasn't there a late Sunday game?
There's always a late Sunday game.
Seahawks.
There's one that starts in 3 minutes.
No, I thought it was a later one or something because of COVID.
No.
Go on.
So me and Vinny watched Patriots Day, which is the movie about the marathon bombing.
Yep.
Mark Wahlberg is in it, and I'd never seen it before, so I watched it for the first time. All things considered, it's a pretty good movie. Like, obviously what happened in it isn't great, but like like the movie itself is entertaining. It's funny, they got some things, I don't want to say they got some things wrong, but they didn't include everything. Like, they left out of the movie the like hysteria in like the 24 to 48 hours after the event, when they kept putting out pictures of people that they thought the person was and getting it wrong. Do you guys remember that?
Not really.
They released some pictures of people like before, because eventually they codenamed White Hat, Black Hat, which was Joe Carr, and then who was the other guy? Tamaran. I don't. It doesn't even fucking matter.
Who gives a fuck what their names are?
Yeah. So they were before they figured out who they were codenamed White Hat, Black Hat. Before they got those two guys, who it actually was, they had like info out that like it was somebody else. Like they were looking for other people. Like it was not a clean like the bomb goes off on Monday and then by Wednesday we know who it was.
Yeah, they were asking for photos like
right.
constantly.
But in the movie,
photos.
that's how they let it out to be. Which whatever, it's a movie. Like it's fine. You know, cool.
That's also probably not central to the plot.
No,
They only have so much time.
But it's funny how that was 2013.
Yeah.
It's funny how times change, and I had totally forgot about this, but something that the movie did include was once they caught him, so the older brother was killed, whatever, he was sucked. They got the second guy, which we happen to know someone who was on scene.
Yeah, he had a gun.
And that's what happened. We talked to him after.
Yeah, he had a gun.
Yeah, he might have had a gun. He goes, yeah, he might have had a gun. So they lit up the boat. They may or may not have known that
he had a gun.
He had a gun. He might have had a gun.
He had a gun.
So they had to shoot. So they lit up the fucking boat, whatever. They got him out alive. I think much to the chagrin of all the officers that were there. I think they fucking
the fact that he was alive must have fucking pissed them off.
Pissed off.
They were like, we shot so many times. He's still alive. We thought we did it.
So anyway, neither here nor there.
Calculated.
Once they got him, I forgot that there was like massive parades in the streets for the police.
Yeah, they liked them.
Everyone loved the police back in 2013 in Boston.
Yeah,
everybody loved the police.
They let them all in their house.
Everyone the police came and knocked on the door. They said, "We think we know where the guy is. Come right in, officers. Do you want to get on my roof? Okay. Yeah. Do you need to get over here? Okay." let me evacuate my house. Like, and then once they got him,
Oh, my man,
there was
he-
people lined the fucking streets. There were random parades in random parts of the state just for police. Like, people just lined out and was like, we love police. Do you remember that? Like, I forgot all about it, but once I saw it in the thing, I remembered it. Exactly how, like, people would go out of their way to support the police. Like, everyone would go up. Like, there were videos of people going up to random police. It could be, this obviously happened in Boston. It could have been a fucking Lowell cop. And someone goes up to a Lowell cop and shakes his hand and says, thank you so much for what, you know what I mean? Like, it was that crazy, where, like, people were just loving all over cops in 2013 after that happened.
Can't believe
Fast forward 7 years,
Can't believe we were glorifying racists.
and there's signs out in people's front yards that say defund the police.
People like the police in 2001 too.
People love the police in 2001.
They
It's
get good
funny,
press.
when something bad happens and you
Oh, I mean,
need to
that's
catch a
fucking-
bad guy or do something to save some people, everyone loves the police.
Yeah, but a social worker would be way better.
But when they do something that you don't like, we don't need them. Stop paying them. Get rid of them. Abolish them.
Well, therein lies
Really interesting.
therein lies the whole issue. Is anyone that says defund the police, especially in Massachusetts, or you know, I guess
The greater metropolitan
I
area.
would say urban area,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
urban areas, because it's like, sure, if you live on like
As
40
a-
acres of land in New Hampshire
Right.
and you decide you want to defend yourself, you probably can.
Yeah.
But like, if you're in, again, especially like Massachusetts, probably Connecticut, Rhode Island.
Yep.
Screw parts of Vermont, parts of New Hampshire. I know those guys can defend
Yeah,
themselves.
and no parts of Maine. Maine is fucking no man's land.
Portland is civilized.
Yeah, outside of Portland, you might as well be in Alabama.
Yeah, just like call it society.
Yeah.
Anywhere there's actually society.
Yeah,
Is there even anyone in their capital in Augusta?
I don't think so.
Some golfers.
Probably
No.
Bunch of golfers once a year.
Dude, we should buy some land in Augusta, Maine, and just make Augusta national. And just like start fucking with people.
Call it Augusta International.
No, because you could. They probably have a trademark. Too.
Yeah. Hey, if there's one group of people that I don't want to fuck with, it's the people that run Augusta National.
Yeah, especially if you ever want to set foot on their course.
Yeah. No thanks.
I don't want to golf there. I saw what happened.
But that lies the problem is so you ask someone, it's like, oh, I think we should defund the police. It's like, okay. Are you willing to carry? Oh, I'm not a big gun guy.
Yeah.
Are you a knife guy? Not really. Self-defense? No, I've never really done any of it. So here's a question.
So who's gonna protect you?
Here's a question. Let's just pretend someone, decides they're gonna rob your house while you're home.
Who are you gonna call?
What then?
Not Dan Aykroyd. He's too old now.
What then?
Yeah. It's like the classic thing. Like they taught us when thinking back too. I don't know if they still teach children this. It could be somewhat traumatizing, but I remember being young and being in like a dare or whatever. They literally taught us like if you're in the house and someone breaks in, get the phone. This was when cordless phones like first became a thing. They're like, if you have a cordless phone, get the cordless phone, dial 911, and hide in the closet.
Yeah.
They said either hide in the closet or go in the bathroom and lock the door.
Yeah.
They said those are your two safest places. I remember being like 7, 8, 9 years old, and like this is what they taught us in school. Like if you're at home and someone breaks in, you get the cordless phone, you go in the closet or in the bathroom, lock the door, call 911.
Yeah.
That was it. Like I don't know, that's pretty straightforward. But
Yeah,
like,
and
I don't
then-
know if they still teach kids that or not.
My other thing is, let's just say you are a person, licensed to carry. You're not afraid to defend yourself, whether it's you're trained in it in self-defense techniques, you have a gun, you have different security measures in place, like you feel very self-sufficient. Well, what if I break into your house and like let's just say like you really fuck me up.
Yeah.
But like I can walk away because you can't detain me for life.
Right. No.
Build a prison in your basement.
Yeah, like,
Well, if there's no police, then
Well, I got you for 20 years now.
actually, true. Who am I gonna call?
yeah, not Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, actually, I guess.
And not Kurt Rambis either.
I get Harold Ramis?
Harold Ramis.
Actually, I wouldn't call Kurt Ramis.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to call him.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, then you better have a prison in your house, like on your grounds.
Yeah.
Because you can't ever let that person go.
Yeah.
Because they're probably gonna go to the police.
No, they're gonna rob you again.
Or they're gonna rob you again.
Well, if there's no police, they're not gonna go to the police. They'll go to rob you again.
Or
no, but
like
I
what
just
normally happens is they'll come back with a bigger gun. You know, like that's what happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like even
or they're gonna set the
regular-
house on fire.
Yeah, like regular like fights. Like if you break it down to like high school, this is always how like young kids end up getting killed in fights. It's like well, one kid comes to a fight. Well, the kid that loses the fight comes back with a baseball bat and beats the shit out of the other kid. Well, now the kid that just got beat up with a baseball bat comes back with a knife, and then the other kid comes back with a gun, and then people are dead.
Yep.
Like that's what happens.
Yep.
If both are highly irrational games.
Yeah, I mean,
Which-
it happens.
Yeah,
It happens a lot.
Well,
It happens
yeah.
a lot.
I mean, if you're like robbing someone, you're not the most rational person.
It happened to a kid that I grew up with. That's how he died.
No, I mean I know that. I'm saying if like
Do you remember in Medford? Yeah.
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 I didn't know him.
I am
Yeah,
agreeing
he
with
was
you.
from my neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the robbers aren't rational, so they're the people that would
Right.
be the ones getting in fights, bringing a knife than a gun.
But I was gonna say that at the same time, it's like I've been hit with a bat before, and I got the fuck out of that situation.
yeah.
Ah,
Like I got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I knew.
because the person that brings.
I
the
knew
gas
that I
probably
wasn't.
makes
I
it
knew
worse.
that it's either get me the fuck out of this situation and fucking let it be,
Right.
or
I need to get a gun.
no. It's like I know me. It's like okay, well I got hit with a bat. Well, guess what? You got fucking speed bag that time. Like
Right. Yeah.
you weren't ready.
Yeah.
You weren't prepared for the bullshit you got into, and okay, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And then you know what I thought? Yeah, it'd be cool never seeing those people again. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm living in fear every day that they're coming. Like they're not fucking coming after me.
Right.
Nor am I gonna go after them.
Why
There's no
not?
fucking point.
You're not the Punisher.
Why? Because
You're not Liam Neeson
What's
in
it-
every movie that he's in.
seriously, what skills do I have?
Which also,
Fucking
I know-
four handicap in golf.
I know we're supposed to be wrapping this up, but how awesome was it that the newest Liam Neeson movie that comes out,
He's
is
doing
now
The Taking.
he's doing the Taking. So it's like you have Taken 1,
It's
and
like
then
3.
his daughter,
Taken 1, 2,
gets taken. Taken 2, his wife gets taken.
Taken
and
3, they
Taken
take
3,
him.
they take
They take
him, I
him.
think.
Well,
And now this movie isn't called Taken. It has nothing to do with the Taken franchise, but the movie is Liam Neeson doing the Taking.
Taker.
He is the Taker.
What's
Not
that
to-
called?
Not to be
That's it.
confused with the Taker from WWF. That's 2 WWF references. Oh, that also reminds me earlier in the show. It is Hubert Humphrey Horatio. He was Triple H. He was the first one.
Whoa, he didn't go by Horatio.
Yeah.
Wow, so not woke for the times.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think if they made a Taken 4 with Liam Neeson and like one of his family members is taken by COVID, then he could end all this?
It's like Russell Crowe fighting cancer. He would just end up taking all the people with COVID.
He just
Yeah.
beats the shit out of
Beating
them.
the fuck out of them.
Everyone that came in contact with my daughter has to die.
Actually, so when Russell Crowe couldn't find that pussy cancer, so he found someone with cancer.
Yeah.
If Liam Neeson found someone with COVID and killed them all, there'd be no more COVID.
This
I
is
guess,
true.
yeah.
Well, no, that's not true because COVID exists spontaneously in buildings.
Oh yeah, once you invite it in, it becomes like
Yeah.
a being.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking vampires.
Yeah.
that's how it works.
Don't welcome it in.
Yeah. All right, we need to end this. So thanks for watching wherever you are. Make sure you click the subscribe button on YouTube. Also, if you're on YouTube, you're still here. Click the fucking thumbs up button. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. That actually makes it able so more people will see the show on YouTube. Also subscribe. Also subscribe wherever you're listening. Thanks for listening wherever you're at. Keep spreading the word. Keep telling everybody you know about the show. If you want in on the Sarcasm Speaks weekly NFL Pick'em pool, let us know. When this comes out tomorrow morning, we'll have the winner. I don't know what the standings are right now. Admittedly, I haven't looked at it at all today.
Yeah, I haven't done it.
But we will obviously have a winner tomorrow morning. We had 17 people this week, right? We had 18 last week. I think we had one less this week.
Might have only been 16.
Okay, well, I knew it was less than last week.
We haven't had less than 15 yet.
Right. So if you're out there, you listen to the show and you're in, let us know. And make sure that people actually sign up. Nick, your buddy from work never fucking signed up. So give him shit. But he has an opportunity this coming week. So, yeah, you can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Twitter at sarcasm_speaks. The Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. Reach out to us on one of those if you want in on the pick'em. And until next time, good night, everyone.